she smelled like heaven. And I'm like, heaven? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Seyi and this is the Daily Seyi. On this channel, I share fashion styling tips, fashion hauls, along with some life and beauty things. So if any of that is right up your alley, then please feel free to subscribe. And as always, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and being a real one. Don't forget to like this video if you like what you see. Your girl's trying to hit her 1K subscribers, hopefully real soon. So all the support is very much appreciated. But that is not why we're here. Today we are talking about the coveted, the one and only. Can you tell by the colors I'm wearing? Miss Smell Good herself has released a parfum. A parfum. Eau De Parfum. And of course I had to get my hands on it immediately. As soon as it dropped, I said, yes, I will. Shipping was quick. I think this dropped on Thursday and yeah, I received it in like 3 days. So shout out to Fenty Beauty for y'all super fast shipping. Definitely appreciate it. I wanted to commemorate obviously by, you know, matching my eyes, my draws with the box, because this is such a pretty blue color. It's definitely obviously her brand color for her Fenty House brand, and so I definitely think this is a very flattering blue color. It's just very nice. Anyway, Fenty perfume, let's get right into it. I usually lean towards more like fruity florals mixed with like vanilla musk scents. Those are like my two favorites. When they're combined, it's like a match made in heaven. And so when I heard the scent notes for Fenty Eau De Parfum and it kind of was a combination of both of those, I said immediately, take my card. She launched it, never brought out my wallet so fast. The perfume retails for about $120. Not about, it is $120 plus tax. For California tax, it came out to about $131 for me. But yes, this is a expensive perfume, but here she is. Ooh, look at her. Wow. So just off top, taking the bottle out of the box, it is such a heavy duty bottle. I would definitely say that you're definitely getting your money's worth with like how the bottle feels. It is glass. It is this nice little tinted amber glass that I think complements very nicely with this color. Orange and blue go together. I feel like she's aware of that. I feel like she's aware of her color theories. When I first got it, it was just perfectly positioned in there. This packaging, once again, feels very luxury. It truly does. And again, if I'm paying $120+ for some perfume, I definitely want the experience. So not mad at that. It has, you know, the Fenty logo right here on the top cap. Kind of is reminiscent of her sort of like, you know, hexagon situation that she does for her cosmetics line. Not mad at that. And then around the rim of the bottle, it says Fenty, Fenty, Fenty just around it. It's very geometrical. I do like that. It is simple. I think it's a simple bottle, but I think that it's giving me very classy, and that's pretty much what Rihanna is, to be completely honest. So not mad at her for doing that, but I love the size of the bottle. Now specs wise, this is a 2.5 fluid ounce and a 70 milliliters. So that is 70 milliliters for $120. For reference, I have my YSL Libre here, and this is a 3 fluid ounce, and this has about 90 milliliters, and this was $132. So it's an extra 20 milliliters and an extra 0.5 ounces for an extra $10 basically, versus the Fenty Eau De Parfum. All that to say, this is most definitely a very luxury perfume. I mean, this is expensive for like what you're getting. Not to say that this is not a lot of product, it definitely is. And this does not come in a variety of sizes. This is just one size fits all. This is all you get in. Whereas, you know, usually fragrances will come in like 3 or 4 different sizes. Like Libre comes in 4 different sizes. So if you didn't want this big one, you can go for a smaller one. Whereas this one, you kind of just gotta get it. For me, when it comes to scents, I am willing to spend a little pretty penny. So perfumes, candles, reed diffusers, all the such, I would spend a little money just to, you know, get that scent, because I just like the feeling. It makes me feel good. So, you know, it is what it is. But I wanted to give a breakdown of the scent notes. So it has magnolia and musk. It has tangerine, blueberry, Bulgarian rose, absolute, geranium, and patchouli. So a lot of variety of different scents. So I'm just gonna break down how the scents pull through. I have been wearing this for about 5 hours now. I wanted to test it out to see how it adjusted and changed on my skin as the day went on, how it kind of like married with my skin and, you know, my skin's pH. And I think I can give a pretty thorough review about the scents I'm getting as the hours went on. I would think that a perfume like this will probably last 5 to 6 hours. 8 hours would definitely be ideal. So when you first spray the perfume, the initial scent that I'm getting is sweet, spicy, and warm, and it is sexy. I sprayed this thing and I said, oh, excuse me. I text my friends and I was like, this is a very sexy scent, very sensual, very sexy, very Rihanna, very Rihanna. It made me feel like I wanted to go on a date. It's giving very much like date night or night on the town, very much evening vibes. If you're going to like a gala or something like that and you kind of want to stand out a little bit, it's definitely given that. And so initial scent, that's what I picked up right off the bat. The spiciness came through immediately, and I say spicy because Bulgarian Rose does have hints of honey, cinnamon, and clove. And if you know those scents, honey is obviously not spicy, but cinnamon and clove most definitely has the spicy factor, and that pulls through immediately as soon as you spray it. Now, as time goes on, it does sort of start to adjust a little bit, but the initial scent is a bit more spicy and a bit more warm, but the sweetness does still pull through from like the blueberry notes. Now, the warmness that I mentioned, to me, it's coming from the patchouli. Patchouli does give off more of a warm, kind of sweet undertone, and so that definitely pulls through. It's definitely more on the muskier side as well. So when I said it was initial scent was warm, sweet, and spicy, the warmness is a bit more on the muskier side. But again, I don't mind muskier scents as long as they're paired nicely with like a very kind of either vanilla or fruity floral. So there is a floral note. It's pretty soft. It's definitely not overpowering. And I sprayed it on my pulse points. So here, and then here, right in your elbow. That magnolia floral does come through a bit, but again, it's not overpowering at all. Now, blueberry is a scent that I have never heard of in like a perfume. So I was just like, that is very unique. And I was not smelling blueberry when I first sprayed it. Now, fast forward about 3 hours later, the blueberry scent came through. As I was smelling my hand, I smelled the fruitiness that I was hoping would pull through, and the blueberry was definitely there. It wasn't overpowering, but it was definitely sweet, and it was pairing nicely with that, you know, with the musk. The musk was still very prevalent, but the blueberry was definitely pulling through. So the one thing I'm not really getting is the tangerine notes, and I think it may just be kind of really subtle, and it may just be being a bit overpowered by the rose, the patchouli, and the blueberry. I am not getting tangerine from this, and I've been smelling my hand trying to see if it'll come through, but for me, it's not really coming through. I think, again, the blueberry is kind of overpowering the tangerine, surprisingly. Usually citrus tends to kind of like show out, so I'm not sure how much tangerine they put in here, but probably just mixing nicely with the other scents. But I'm not getting like full-blown tangerine when it comes to this scent. So like I mentioned earlier, this perfume is unisex. Now, while I definitely think that it can be unisex, to me, it's pulling much more feminine. Like if I smelled this on somebody who identified as a male, I'll be like, okay, all right, you know, I'm not mad at it. But I definitely feel like it pulls way more feminine, and I feel like that is from the Bulgarian Rose. The Bulgarian Rose is definitely given the more feminine factor, so basically that floral. I would also even say like the blueberry, kind of like that fruity floral, is definitely pulling more feminine for me. If it was just a patchouli, perhaps I could see like how it can be kind of like much more, you know, middle leaning, but for me, it's definitely pulling much more feminine. That's just my opinion, but you know, you can wear whatever you want. To me, this is a perfect date night perfume. The musk in this, the patchouli, I think is pulling this more nighttime. Definitely more nighttime. I like it. It is very different from any other scent I have. So I'm very happy with this purchase. I'm very happy that it's now in my collection. I cannot wait to actually wear it outside. Rihanna, you did your thing. Fenty Beauty team, y'all did y'all thing. They had to barely do, I mean, I know they did marketing for it, but barely, because people have always said Rihanna smells good. And that is a wonderful compliment thing to be known by, that you just smell delicious. Like I saw somebody, I think it was Lil Nas X, and he said she smelled like heaven. And I'm like, heaven? That's a tall order. Heaven. If I can smell even a little bit like Rihanna, then look at mission accomplished. I'll spend the money. But yeah, that is my full Fenty Eau De Parfum review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that me breaking down the notes kind of like hour by hour helps to understand what is pulling through and how it truly smells like at the end. I think now I'm heading toward the 6th hour and I think it is starting to wear off. So, you know, I think wearability, I think for the first like 4 hours, definitely top notch. I think obviously as it kind of heads into like that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th hour, I think by the 8th hour, this will probably be fully gone from my skin. As always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up once again, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Until next time, bye.